Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In this 10th chapter, after Krishna established Yudhishthira on his throne, he was very satisfied and happy, and Yudhishthira also, after hearing the teachings of Bhishma and Sri Krishna, along with his brothers, ruled over the whole earth like Indra ruled over heaven. So Suta here describes how prosperous Yudhishthira's reign was. The god of rains poured down sufficient showers, earth yielded all that was desired, cows gave plenty of milk, living beings had no worries or physical ailments at any time whatsoever, so long as Yudhishthira ruled as king. Now, after spending some months at Hastinapura for the satisfaction of his friends and relatives and for his sister Subhadra, Sri Krishna asked leave of King Yudhishthira, and after permitted by him, he embraced him and greeted others and mounted his chariot. All the ladies like Subhadra, Draupadi, Kunti, Uttara, and sages like Kripacharya, Dhaumya, and even Gandhari and Dhritarashtra, all of them were unable to bear the separation from the Lord. Suta says, a wise man, if he has even once had the privilege of listening to Sri Krishna's sweet praises, he cannot afford to forego or be without listening to it again and again. Then how could the Pandavas bear the separation from the Lord, having had the privilege not only of seeing him, touching and conversing with him, but also of sitting, dining and lying down with him? So here, when Lord was in his chariot to go back, Pandavas were looking at him with unwinking eyes, hurried to and fro to fetch parting presents for him, their heart running after him. As Sri Krishna was about to depart, the ladies restrained their tears of affection. They stopped their tears from flowing down, as it's regarded inauspicious to cry when someone was leaving. 10 types of instruments were sounded in Yudhishthira's kingdom in honor of Krishna: Mridangam, Shankha, Bheri, Veena, Panava, Gomukha, Dhunduri, Anaka, Ghanta and Dundubi. Going up to the top of their mansions in order to have a look at Sri Krishna, the ladies rained flowers on him from there. Arjuna held over him white umbrella which was bordered with strings of pearls and had a handle of precious stones, while Uddhava and Satyaki held a pair of most wonderful chauris or chamara fanning Sri Krishna. Then all the ladies gathered there began to talk among themselves. One lady said, "Do you know it is this Krishna who is Purana Purusha, who alone existed before the creation, and in him alone all the living beings merge into. Merging of the living beings into the body of Mahavishnu takes place automatically at the end of Brahma's 100 years. But that does not mean that the individual being loses his identity. The identity is there, and as soon as there is another creation, all the sleeping or inactive living beings are again let loose to begin their activities in continuation of past different spheres of life. Krishna is the same Supreme Person whose reality in this world is perceived by seers who have subdued their senses and fully controlled their breath with a mind yearning for his sight and cleansed of all impurities through devotion. So another lady said, he is the same Lord whose sacred stories have been sung again and again in the Vedas and scriptures by seers like Vyasa. Whenever there are kings whose intellect is clouded by tamas or ignorance, who practice adharma, he incarnates in various forms from age to age for the good of the world. So another lady said, how praiseworthy the dynasty of Yadu has become, that it has been honored by birth of the Lord, and how supremely sacred is the forest Madhuvanam, that is Mathura, because he moves about there. And the city of Kushasthali, which is Dwaraka, it overshadows the fame of heaven and enhancing the glory of this earth because Krishna's presence there. Surely the ladies who have married him must have done so much of austerities in some previous birth to have got this fortune now. How blessed are his 8 principal consorts, Rukmini, Jambavati, Nagnajiti, and so on. These women have brought so much of glory to womanhood. While women folk of Hastinapur were uttering such words, Sri Krishna went his way, greeting them by his smiling looks. King Yudhishthira sent an army consisting of elephants, horses, chariots and soldiers along with Krishna to escort him. Sri Krishna now sent back the Pandavas who, being strongly attached to him, had come very far with him. He then departed to his own city Dwarka with his favorite companions Uddhava and Satyaki. He passed through many places like Kurujangala, Panchala, Mathura, kingdoms of Matsya, Sarasvata and Marudhanva. The Lord reached the kingdom of Anarta, which is in Gujarat. His horses were a bit exhausted by that time. In every place he passed through, the people there honored him with presents. With this, 10th chapter comes to an end, titled Sri Krishna's Return to Dwaraka. See you in the next one. Hare Krishna.